feel like we'll have a lot of healthy competition during training camp with 19 guys. We have some roster spots that guys can make our team, and it's going to be a fun camp. It's going to be a time where guys are going to come in, but we also understand that we got a lot of work to do. We understand that the West is tough, the whole NBA is tough, and we're basically going to be ready to embrace that challenge. And so after that, I'll open it up for questions.
What are your biggest concerns?
Concerns.
Or areas we need improvement?
We want to build off of last year. I think just the team coming together. Consistency is going to be very important because every game is going to matter. I think we saw that last year. I think teams that are going to have to win the games are supposed to win, and winning close games is going to be very important.
You brought up the competition. How important was that for y'all to kind of have a bunch of different guys in certain positions just to see how it all shakes out once the season starts?
We feel really good with the rotation that we had last year and then the pieces that we added this summer, and we just decided as a group we wanted to go old school. We wanted to leave some roster spots open, have some guys come in on non-guaranteed contracts, and really, instead of just handing it to somebody, have people come in and earn it.
What are your expectations like for Frank?
We've been bringing Frank along slowly. He's looked good in his workouts. We'll have some minor restrictions on him in training camp just because we want to be safe. He hasn't played basketball competitively in over a year. We were hoping that he was able to get some more games in summer league, but obviously that didn't happen when he injured his ankle. But right now he's clear to go, and we'll see how it goes in camp.
I know every year it seems like we laugh and joke and you say the West is deep. Is this the deepest with LeBron and Lakers, and you have, I guess, 12 or 13 teams that truly feel like they're playoff caliber teams?
I think there's going to be a lot of close games. There's a lot of parity. How he
The past few years have been tough for him trying to figure out where he can land. What do you think he's thinking coming into this game?
He definitely is coming in to prove something. There's no ifs, ands, buts about that. You can see with the shape that he's in.
Next summer, is that more incentive to win or to be good, or more credit to win or to be good, or does it just not matter to you?
I mean, obviously we want to win, and I always say the pressure means that you got to embrace the pressure. You got to want the pressure, and so we want the pressure. We like the expectations, but we also know we have a lot of work to do as far as winning. Yeah, we want to win. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. We want to build off last year. It was great walking into the arena last year and seeing all the red shirts, and even walking around town in the offseason, you see people with the red shirts with the Pelicans on, and we enjoyed that, and we want to build off it. And when we're out here working, we're thinking about the fans, and we're thinking about putting a team together that they'll be proud and want to support. And we feel like we've done that, and now we got to just go do it on the court.
So longtime fans of this franchise remember right around the time you came in, Chris Paul changed agents, and then shortly after leveraged the trade. Would you blame fans for being nervous about the same cycle repeating itself with the franchise player, or does your experience have a GM tell you differently?
Good question. I'm not sure how to answer it. But, I've told myself in the NBA, never be surprised. You never know what could happen. But, we feel good about the team. We feel good about our relationship with Anthony. And, we're really more focused on the team winning this year and putting ourselves in the right situation to be successful.
With the changes you've made, how you feel about this team defensively?
We feel really, really good about the team. After the All-Star break last year, Coach Gentry and the staff did a really good job defensively, especially heading into the playoffs. We felt like things were clicking, and I think Anthony and Drew set the tone. And with them both making first-team All-Defense, we feel like we've set a standard for our guys, and it starts with those two guys. And when you have an elite defender on the perimeter and an elite defender that's so versatile as Anthony, we feel like we have a chance to be special in that area this year.
And with AD, he was obviously playing at a high level with DeMarcus, but it kind of just went to another level after he went down. Can you expect him to kind of stay at that level for an entire season? What do you think it's going to take from him specifically to make sure his team is successful?
He's going to come in ready. He's been working all summer. We think he'll have a phenomenal season. And I think the important things for us are going to be, during training camp, with the new additions, getting that gel, getting that chemistry, getting that corporate knowledge. The good thing is we have a core guys that have been playing together for a while, and now adding a couple more guys, we just feel like just getting that chemistry is going to be the most important thing going into camp. Talking to Coach, he wants to try different combinations during training camp and in preseason games. And, it'll be interesting to see. But like I said, the good thing is we feel like we have a deep team. We feel like we're going to have depth. We're going to play at a fast pace, and it's important to have depth when you're playing at a fast pace. And hopefully we can stay healthy and just see what happens.
He's been around after a little while now. What do you kind of say now?
I'm sorry. I couldn't be happier. His commitment, he comes in the morning, works out with the guys. Then you see him come back in the afternoon, getting extra work in with the staff. He doesn't speak a lot, but when he does speak, you can feel it from the heart, and you can see he's competitive. And just watching him interact with the guys, he has a quiet leadership that I think has been underrated, and I think he's going to really fit in well. I don't want to get too emotional on it, but I'm really, really happy with him right now. Just the conversations with him, just his work ethic, his commitment to the community. He's a phenomenal person, and I'm really happy that he's a part of our program.
Obviously it's a good problem to have, but what do you think about the splitting up the minutes between AD, Nico, Julius, kind of getting all those guys on the court? How do you work that?
I think it'll figure itself out. I think the good thing is, like, we're going to play at a fast pace, and so guys are going to need a breather. And, I think one of the things that can help us is, we don't have to play guys extended minutes because we will have depth. And I think that'll work itself out. And the good thing is that these guys they have a team-first mentality, and we have a common goal. We all want to win, and I think we'll figure it out.
Dell, do you envision some big lineups, say Nico playing at the small forward position and Randall and AD?
I think Coach is probably the better one to answer that. I don't want to get in front of myself, but I think when you guys talk to him next week, those would be good questions to ask him. But there have been conversations about that, and I think he is going to try it in camp because, it's if that dynamic is a possibility, it'd be interesting to see.
What should be some realistic expectations of Solomon Hill? We know he's coming off a lost season and stuff. Is it possible he could possibly get back in the starting lineup?
I want to say in fairness to Solomon, he came back last season when he wasn't 100%, and he did that for the team. And he's in phenomenal shape right now. He's energetic. The way him coming into camp, he's really come in prepared to give the Pelicans the defense that he provides, the shooting that he provides, the playmaking that he provides, and he looks phenomenal in our offseason workouts right now. And I really can't wait to watch him, integrate back with the guys, because it was tough last season. It was the first time he was really ever injured in his whole career, and that's tough for players. And he sacrificed not being 100% to come back and help us with that playoff push. And he had some games late in the season where defensively he came in and just really, really helped us win games. And sometimes he does things that does not show up in the box score that we're hoping that he'll do again for us this upcoming season.
And just overall, how do you feel about the competition at that wing spot? Just so many different guys going to have an opportunity.
I think it's a healthy competition, but I also think it means that we have depth. And, I think a big part of this will be like, there'll be certain nights, certain guys will have it going, and some nights some guys are going to have to cheer, some guys are going to have to produce. And I think we have the right type of guys in the locker room that understand it's all about the team. And, one of the things I remember last season is, when we would have guys on the floor that played the same position as other guys, and when they did well, they'd be the first guys out there to slap them five or to give them a handshake when they were coming off the court. And it was really guys all pulling together for, like I said, for a common cause. And I think that we've established a team-first mentality where everybody's not competing against each other, but they're all pulling for each other.
You said nothing surprises you. I know you have 19 roster spots right now, but it just seems like the craziness in the league never ends with people making trades and, players on the move. Would you say that it's been, I guess, your phone rings more, than it has in years past? Are you making calls? Does it ever stop? Is there ever kind of a lull in your position, or just people constantly making calls because it's a never-ending cycle?
Yeah, it comes and goes. So there'll be a week where I get a ton of calls, and there'll go a week when I don't get any. But on the most part, it's become year round, and I think that everybody wants to win, and that's the good thing about the NBA right now is that I really feel like every team is trying to win. Every team believes they have an opportunity to make the playoffs, and they want to take the next step. And that's where all those calls come from, because teams are trying to find ways to get better, and we're no different.
Last season, the rebounding wasn't an emphasis. Brought in a couple of big guys, some of them trying to prove it. Do you expect more of an emphasis on rebounding?
I don't understand. What do you mean it wasn't? I mean, we're always trying to rebound. Trust me, we're not going to tell the other team go.
It wasn't very high.
You mean from a defensive standpoint, or offensive standpoint? Well, I felt like, last year when we started off, we had DeMarcus and Anthony were two elite rebounders. So I always felt like, rebounding was important to us. But I think with this group that we have, we'll find different ways to rebound. Obviously with Anthony, Julius and Nico are good rebounders for their positions. Drew, Elford's actually a good rebounder for a guard. So we feel like we have some guys that can get rebounds, and that's going to really help with our versatility.
Everybody looks and sees Rajon Londo's gone, DeMarcus Cousins is gone, big names are gone. But do you think that possibly this year's roster can be, honestly a better unit, a better fitting unit out there that's where they could surprise and, perform better this season?
That's a question I ask all the time, when I'm, sitting by myself. I ask that, is this team going to be better than last year's team? And I really don't have a definite answer, but what I will say is that I think the key for us is going to be how we come together. Those guys are obviously really impacted winning last year, but I think the guys that we had this year will as well. Going into the playoffs last year, I felt like we found a rhythm, and we want to build off of that. And like I said, with adding Elford out, adding Julius, how quickly those guys integrate to what we're trying to do, I think will be the key.
What do you think about the opportunity Drew has this year? He kind of proved during that playoff run, I think that he could be a clear-cut number 2 guy next to AD. What do you think about him having that opportunity for the entire season?
I mean, he's in phenomenal shape right now. Just watching him in some of the workouts and just watching him, even yesterday, he's in great shape. I think he's in a good place. He's healthy. He's a two-way player. even when he participates in the in our offseason workout, some of the pickup games the guys had, like you can just see the intensity picks up when he's on the floor, and I think that's a big. His leadership style is, hey guys, come join me. Come look what I'm doing. And there were a couple games last year where I just felt like, he just really set the tone defensively on the perimeter, and you just saw other guys following suit.
How would you say your observations of the team's performance before DeMarcus got hurt and after may have influenced your decision making going forward?
Heavily, it did. From just, from this seat right here, sometimes as a fan, I look at it like it was fun to watch last year. It was fun to watch how the guys were playing fast and sharing the ball and defending and flying all over the place. And, when you feel like you've established an identity that had success, you want to continue along those lines. Now, I want to also say that we understand we have a lot of work to do. We understand that the competition has increased, and but at the same time, we feel like we've established ourselves from a defensive standpoint and from an offensive standpoint that we're going to defend, we're going to play fast, we're going to share the ball, we're going to move the ball, and we're going to play for each other.
Yeah, can you talk a little bit about Jared Jack and why you thought he was a good addition to this roster? Do you feel like there's a need to have that backup veteran?
Yeah, I'm a big Jared Jack fan. I remember my first year here when Jared was on the team and he made the game-winning shot, I think against the Lakers in the playoffs. But his leadership is, he's been a leader his entire life. And there's different ways of leading. And a lot of it's by example, a lot of it's on the court. He has a great presence among his teammates. And he can also play basketball. And I also remember when he hit a big shot for the Knicks last year against us that beat us late in the game. And so we think Jared's a good basketball player. He's in phenomenal shape also. Coming in and working out this week with the guys, he looks great. And he said, I said, I'm just a big Jared Jack fan.
This is his third stint. The second stint, I guess, was just kind of a hard luck situation.
Yeah, when we brought him in, he actually was injured a few days into playing with the group, and so he didn't get to finish the season out. But I said I think that he can impact us in a number of ways.
Just from a big picture standpoint, how challenging was it to kind of have a plan for what the future will look like probably up until January last year, and then it all changes, and now you got to figure out what the outlook is going to be moving forward, kind of on the fly? What was that like for you?
The one thing about the NBA is consistently changing, and you sometimes you can't anticipate those changes, but you have to be ready. And we feel like when things changed for us in January, we did the best we could. We tried to figure out what was available, what we could do. We met as a group. The good part for me is that we made decisions together. We all sat down, talked about it, and we decided the path we wanted to take, and it worked out for us.
Considering those circumstances, did y'all exceed expectations? Considering we went down, the market went down, or did you just kind of expect you to do it?
We want to be a good basketball team. That's what we want to win basketball games. And so to answer your question, no, we want more. We want to. We know it's going to be tough, but we want to thrive right now.
I know everybody says they learn from past experiences and stuff, but do you honestly believe, I guess, from what you've learned and what you've been through and the teams you've had to build and put together, I know everybody on the team started training camp because we have a great team. Do you feel like maybe this is your best opportunity since maybe you got here, or maybe it's kind of moving in 2012 to have success?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think we've had a number of different teams here. This team, I think, has an opportunity to do really good things. I do, and I'm hoping this team is the best team that we've had here. That's the hope. That's the plan. And but like I said, we feel like the competition probably, it's more competition than it was in the past also. And so, I think I said it a few times. We just want to go out there and embrace the challenge and You know, we like the group that we have. We feel like we got a good group of guys in the locker room that all want to win, and you know, we'll just see.
What kind of expectations do you have for Shaq?
You know, Chet is, you know, he's a guy that just never stops. You know, he's in the gym. He's another guy that, you know, he'll come in the morning and work out, and he's back in the evening working out. He's put on, it looks like when you see him, probably 10, 12 pounds of muscle, but he's still maintaining his speed and energy. And, you know, last season he helped us win games. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know, his energy, his ability to rebound, his ability to finish around the basket really helped us win games. And, you know, as far as expectations for him, I know he's in great shape. I know he'll be ready when the coach calls on him. And I think that, like I said, the key for us is going to be figuring out the combinations and the best combinations for us to win.
You think it'd be good for him and Jaleel to kind of push each other as two of those different things?
Yeah, I think they will be pushing each other. Like, you know, even in some of the off-season workouts, you can see them kind of playing against each other. It's been like I said, a healthy competition, but they're different. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Is like, you know, they both bring different elements to the team, and you know, they can both impact winning.
All right, guys, any more questions?
All right. Thank you, guys.